Yelp just named Mahjong a top trend of 2026 with searches for Mahjong groups growing over 4,000%. This is a billion-dollar niche with over 500,000 players in the United States alone, and almost nobody has touched this from a print-on-demand perspective. In this video, I am breaking down the market size of Mahjong, why this is a great opportunity. In addition to that, I'm going to show you exactly the research I would do and the design aesthetics I would start to go after to capture this market. Let's get into it. So what is Mahjong? Mahjong is a game that originated in China in the 1900s but made its way over to America, and today we have over 600,000 people playing the American version of Mahjong, which is a game that's played with different tiles. This is a game that came over and was part of different communities. In the 30s and the 40s, a league of women got together, Jewish women got together to create this league, and that change and group that kind of rooted in these back rooms and almost therapy-like sessions of gaming nights is what has originated and pushed that culture forward. So this is not just a hobby, it's not just a game, it's a way for people to connect, and many people are calling this the next pickleball. Historically, the demographic for this game has been primarily women aged from 40 to 70, but there has been a huge revival in Mahjong over the last couple of years that was come about through a few key timestamps. In 2018, Crazy Rich Asians kind of reintroduced this game to many Americans that had never heard of it. And then when 2020 hit and COVID cracked down on being able to be out in public, many people were spending time learning the intricacies of this game, and it grew in popularity and spread across the nation at that time frame as well. Gen Z and millennials are now driving this hobby forward. We've seen a huge revival in what we're calling granny core, and women wanting to stay in and be a little bit more demure, a little bit more mindful, a little bit more calm. We saw this when everybody was having their Girls Gone Mild bachelorette parties. We're now having book clubs. Mahjong is another iteration of that is even more heavily rooted in community, and more people are getting involved. And in fact, Yelp for 2026 named Mahjong one of the top trends with over 4,400% growth in searches year over year for Mahjong groups. If you go onto Facebook, there are so many Facebook groups with thousands and thousands of people in them that are discoursing about the game of Mahjong. Why do I like this as an opportunity for print on demand? I have seen listings pop up here and there for Mahjong, and yes, I've looked into the game. I have tried understanding the rules, but it is so intricate, and there are so many of these like inside naming conventions and moves that you can do, and the names of the actual tiles themselves, that it almost makes an outsider hard to grasp the full understanding of how to play this game and the cultural moment that is Mahjong. But that makes it perfect for print on demand, just like we saw with pickleball and everybody getting involved in pickleball. There were all of these new and unique terminology around dinking and being in the kitchen that was unique to pickleball. Those are the same types of moments that we are going to see with Mahjong. And so what I'm going to cover is taking a look at what exists on the market today and showcasing how we can use these learnings to make our own designs. I recommend you do as I did and you do your research on Mahjong. Ideally, if you're watching this video, you may be somebody that already wants to play Mahjong, or maybe you do and you have friends and you know what the inside scoop is. You are perfect to launch this print on demand business or add these products to your print on demand business shop. I didn't have that luxury, so what did I do? I went right on over to my trusty dusty Claude and I asked it, hey, tell me everything I need to know about Mahjong and the types of people that play Mahjong and the types of products that they want, and it gave me a ton of great information about just that. What it told me, and is what I saw in the data, was that these like inside jokes and insider language is the key and the path forward to making a ton of money with print on demand for Mahjong. The high level takeaway is to be successful in this niche, even if you don't know Mahjong, you have to educate yourself on the fun insider stuff. Creating a t-shirt that just says, I love Mahjong is likely not going to do well. But what is going to do well are going to be the player mannerisms and player naming conventions that we're going to talk about. And as I always do, I am utilizing my Everbee extension when I analyze Etsy data to see and feel which products are starting to get those tailwinds and have strong revenue numbers. It's not perfect data, but it's directional, and it allows me to get a sense of what is selling on Etsy. If you're interested in checking out Everbee, I will drop a link to them in the description below. You can completely sign up for a free account, but if you would like to kind of test it a little bit more risk-free, I have a promo code that will get you 2 months for the price of one if you do want to test the premium features. So I've gone and I've typed in Mahjong and I've started to look at their new and hot, their rapid growth, and their trending tags. And here are a couple fun listings that I was able to uncover. The first one being this. It is a t-shirt. They're charging about $20 for this. It is clearly a Comfort Colors t-shirt, so we know that their profit margin is decent here. It's been live for 2 months, as we can see with Everbee, and so far it's done about 75 sales. What I love about this is that it has that design aesthetic that we know is popping off right now with print on demand, the stripes. If you are in any niche and you are not doing this stripe design, get off my video. Just kidding, like and subscribe first, but then go and start making stripes for any of your products that are doing well. Do the stripes. It has this bird and this peacock that has Bird Bam Cheers on it that I assume is related to the game. And it has they're holding, the bird is holding this tile. So it is a very fun t-shirt that could be perfect for girls' nights, as it calls out here. And it's a really good example of exactly the type of listing that somebody could create here. And they walk through all of their different colors that you could offer as well. Now, where it gets even more interesting is if I come over here to this listing. So this listing is charging $31. And once again, if we analyze the data, only been live for a couple of months and about 100 sales. This is a fun saying that says, I crack myself up. This tile is the crack tile, and by having that crack in there, you are creating this like inside joke that only somebody that plays Mahjong would know, and that creates, again, this community that if somebody's wearing this t-shirt, we are one. We are together, and this is a community. And so I love this as an example. I've also seen fun ones in that same arena that are like Crak Dealer. Those are the funny things that I would buy. Just something that is a little bit cheeky, but shows who I am and things I'm involved with. I also love this design that says Mahjong with my girls. Just fun sayings that are kitschy and rhymey. This one's been live for 3 months and has already done 187 sales directionally. Once again, all of these are Comfort Colors tees. All of them are charging somewhere between $20 to $30 for a t-shirt plus shipping. So you are absolutely going to be profitable on these listings depending on how much you're paying for ads, but still very, very profitable. And these listings are new. So these are the types of signals that I like to look at that show, okay, the Everbee data is showing that there is some good tailwinds and trajectory here. Let me see if this makes sense for me, or I bring to you all and try to share the love here. So what did we learn here? The key is creating these fun designs and kind of cross-niching Mahjong with these trending design aesthetics like the stripes that are working well and any other niche that you operate in. We've also learned that you can have these fun naming conventions that only people that play Mahjong will know. The crack is one. I, of course, did my research, and there is way more that we can play around with. The cracks are also called characters. There's also BAMs. That's a fun little naming convention. There's dots. There are jokers that is specific to the American version of the game. And so there are lots of different ways for us to take what we've learned about the game, if you are not a player, and apply that to our fun print on demand designs. Where would I go from there? So after I've understood that this is something that I want to be designing in, and I would encourage all of you that have interest in this niche to get designing now. The data that I have read is that we are right on the precipice of that wave of this becoming the next pickleball or one of those types of activities and hobbies that many people get involved with, and it is a high income, high community type of demographic that are really into gifts. So it's summertime now, but as we think about November and December, all of these people are going to want to purchase for their game night pals and girl squad. So it's the perfect time to get all of that sorted so you are ready for that big rush. Whenever I'm making a design, I always like to take a look at what is performing well in that niche, which we just did, but I also like to take a look at what is performing well across just general categories. So right now it's summer and we're seeing really fun kind of design aesthetics like this one. It is just iced coffee and sunshine. Again, we're seeing a lot of the stripes, which we love. So I can start to take these like design inspirations and also some of the fun sayings and things that I have identified as top performers and mix match them together. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over to Kittl. Today I am partnering with Kittl, which is a design platform that I use to make most of my designs associated with my print on demand business. It allows me to take these beautiful templates and make changes to them. And not just that, I can make mock-ups. I can also change those into social media videos. I can create Etsy listing videos, and it can all be done with AI or just utilizing their templates. So it allows me to utilize my own brain on what I see performing well, and then cross-reference that, utilize their templates, and make changes with AI that fit the overall aesthetic that I'm going for. So what I like to do on Kittl is I like to go into their platform, and as I'm just like scrolling, watching Netflix, I will start to favorite designs that are speaking to me, that I think have elements that I'm seeing perform well, either in culture or on Etsy, and then have those saved so I can reference them later. So I have a couple in here that I think are really great. I like this mojito one, this like dirty martini one is really cool too. These stripes we see are like popping off right now, so such a good opportunity to use the stripes. I'm probably gonna come back to these. These like characters are also really fun as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and select this pink one because I know that those stripes are doing well, and I'm gonna use this template. I'm gonna make some changes to it. Okay, so what I've done is I took that template, I made a few tweaks to it. I just changed the text to be Mahjong with my girls, and then I uploaded an image of a Joker tile, and I asked the AI within Kittl to make this a bit cartoony and change the colors to match the coloring that I already had on my t-shirt. So what I'm left with is this super cute, super on trendy, styled design that pulls in all of those elements that we saw performing well, adds a little bit of like a funny naming convention. You could absolutely change this and have this be something that says, I crack myself up or you crack me up, and change the Joker tile utilizing AI to actually be the one tile within the Mahjong set, which is a character. It's the tiles from 1 to 9, as I've learned here. So there's all types of ways to iterate on this, utilize the insider tongue, and make really, really fun changes to offer something to this very engaged group of people that has been growing at a rate that is unprecedented. Searches for Mahjong lessons increased over 800% in the last year. So it's very, very exciting to see that this is a trend that is moving on up. If you are interested in checking out Kittl and utilizing their design platform to do the exact same type of workflow that I just did, I will drop a link in the description below. If you use code MEG, you will get 25% off of your paid subscription, whether that be a month or a year. I'm always trying to get you any type of discount that I can, especially if you're still trying out different software, which I totally recommend that you do. If you have any questions about what you saw today, please drop them in the comments below. I will try to answer all those questions. Or if there's other trends that you are seeing and you want a full debrief on the research and how we would package this up into a different type of business, please shoot me a question. I would also appreciate a like, a subscribe, whatever it is, a share, so I can keep doing what I do every single week, posting videos about launching a print-on-demand business and scaling any type of business and online marketing. I will catch you on the next one.